Okay, welcome to the Crow Discovery Project. I've got some really cool clips here. I shot one, Crowette shot one. This is the one that I shot. It will be coming in at the lower right, and there will be an indicator there. It is tiny. This thing is way out there. It's going in a straight line, so it's probably in Earth orbit. And as I've said before, you catch something in lunar orbit, and that tells us a lot of things we don't know. That's a bit like the Holy Grail. This one right here is special because I think the longest thing I've shot backlit by the moon like this is around a minute. And this one comes in at, I don't know, 45 or 50 seconds. I measured it, I've forgotten, but it's a long time. And this is the first black object like this, these haloed black objects that we shoot with the new camera system, which I'll show you right now. Here's 350% edit zoom. So what that means is I have a frame that's 1920 by 1080, which is typical HD video or high-end HD video. When I get it in the editor, I do this zoom. So this has nothing to do with the camera. It's me manipulating the file. But what you can see is that with the extra megapixels and the no dithering on the E model Nikon that I have, is you get these really sharp edges, which is very, very handy, particularly for these types of objects. As we get into the next clip, I'm going to jump from 350 up to 600%, and I've done no color manipulation, brightness, nothing like that. That'll come later. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, there is some brightness and contrast on this clip, but this is 600%. And when you start to boost up the contrast just a hair, and this is very slightly manipulated, you can start to detect the halo. Now I'm going to pull a still out of this video, and in Photoshop I'm going to do a zoom well over 2,000% on this object, and that's really when you'll be able to tell the value of the Nikon versus the Canon that I was shooting with. But these objects are just so strange. They don't look like any satellite that we've been shown, and again, this thing is way, way out there in space. So here comes the still. Now what I did is I took a still out of the video frame, I adjusted contrast and brightness, and I zoomed this. I didn't measure it exactly, but I know it's over 2,000% zoom. And you can start to see the halo here. You can see the halo before I did the contrast manipulation, but I used that to bring the halo up a bit. But here again we have these black objects that are showing a double halo. You see a black core, a faint halo around that black core, and then a much fainter reddish halo out beyond that. Now here I have inverted the color channel. It's a 600% zoom again, and I'll just let you watch it run here for a minute. I'm just so pleased with this camera. I've been waiting to see what one of these black lunar objects would do, and this camera is, in the editing room here, it pays dividends. It does so much. It makes the editing so, not just easier, but the capability of your zoom and sharpening and contrast and all these things that we do, and I didn't sharpen anything in this clip, it just makes it easier. And you'll notice I did dynamic contrast changes to keep the object visible as it goes. And I'm going to be editing the one that the object that Crowette shot here, but first I'm going to do a chemtrail where we found an orb, but it ties into the Proof for Chemtrails clip that I just posted a while back, and it's going to be a very interesting clip because it has to do with what the military was doing on that day, and we have it on film, so it'll be great to do that, and I'll probably do that one next. At any rate, this is the last view we'll have of this object. The one that Crowette shot is maybe a little bit better, but not in screen for as long. A lot of folks are getting t-shirts, and again, I urge you to send me images. My Facebook link is in the description of this video, and there it is. Cheers.